As Christmas draws near, Ireland's haunted history comes to life. From ancient castles to eerie forests, these places, steeped in tragedy and mystery, hold chilling secrets. Ready to face the spirits that rise during the festive season? 1. Hellfire Club, Cumber, Dublin. Perched atop Montpellier Hill, the Hellfire Club's ruins are a chilling reminder of the dark rituals once performed there by a secret society in the 18th century. Known for debauchery and occult practices, the club became infamous for its violent ceremonies and rumored demonic summoning. On Christmas Eve, the air around the Hellfire Club turns unnaturally cold. Visitors report hearing strange sounds, footsteps echoing through the ruins, and whispers of long-dead members in the wind. Some believe the spirits of those who perished in the club's horrific rituals return to haunt the site. The darkness of the night amplifies their torment. Will you dare to visit? 2. Leap Castle, County, Offaly. Leap Castle, often called Ireland's most haunted castle, has a bloody past that will chill you to the bone. The O'Carroll family, notorious for their murderous feuds, left behind a trail of bloodshed. The Bloody Chapel, where a priest was murdered by his brother, is just one of the many grim sights in the castle. In winter, when the snow falls thick and the nights grow long, the castle takes on an even more unsettling atmosphere. The sounds of chains dragging across the stone floors echo through the halls, and shadowy figures appear in the corner of your eye, only to vanish when you turn. Locals claim that on Christmas Eve, the restless spirits of the O'Carrolls wander the castle, trapped in an eternal cycle of violence. 3. Old Cork City Gaol, County Cork. The Old Cork City Gaol is a dark, haunting reminder of Ireland's turbulent past. This former prison, with its cruel conditions and tragic history, saw many innocent lives lost. It's said that the cries of those imprisoned here can still be heard, echoing through the stone walls. At Christmas, when the world is celebrating, the spirits of the tortured prisoners seem even more restless. On cold winter nights, eerie footsteps fill the hallways, and ghostly figures of former inmates, bound in chains, are said to roam the prison's corridors. The cold, oppressive atmosphere in the jail is enough to make even the bravest souls feel uneasy. 4. Dark Hedges, County Antrim. The Dark Hedges is one of Ireland's most photographed locations, but don't let its beauty fool you. This avenue of twisted beech trees hides a dark and ghostly secret. The Grey Lady is a famous apparition said to haunt the trees, her sorrowful figure gliding silently along the road. As Christmas approaches, the mist rises and the trees seem to grow taller, casting long shadows over the road. Locals speak of hearing soft, mournful whispers in the wind and the appearance of the Grey Lady in the mist, her face veiled in sadness. Her restless spirit is said to wander the trees, forever lost in the past. Are you brave enough to walk this haunted road at midnight? 5. St. Kevin's Hospital Company, Wicklow. Once a refuge for the mentally ill, St. Kevin's Hospital was a place of suffering and neglect, and the ghosts of its tortured patients still haunt the abandoned building. On quiet Christmas nights when the air is thick with frost, eerie sounds can be heard drifting through the halls, footsteps, doors creaking open, and faint whispers of long-forgotten voices. Many claim to have seen shadowy figures lurking in the dark corners, the spirits of the mistreated patients still trapped in the hospital's decaying walls. Some say you can feel their cold, clammy touch, as though they are silently pleading for someone to remember their suffering. 6. Killarney Forest, County, Kerry. Killarney Forest, with its ancient trees and winding paths, holds a dark secret beneath its peaceful surface. Over the years, many have disappeared into its depths, and some say the spirits of the lost still haunt the woods. In winter, When the trees are bare and the mist rolls in, strange things happen. Locals talk of hearing whispers in the wind, the sound of footsteps trailing behind them, or catching glimpses of shadowy figures darting between the trees. It's as though the forest itself is alive, holding on to the lost souls of those who never made it out. Will you walk these haunted paths alone on a cold Christmas night? 7. Lough Ree, County, Longford. Lough Ree's deep waters have claimed countless lives over the centuries, and the spirits of those lost are said to haunt the lake. On Christmas Eve, when the mist settles over the water, eerie sounds fill the air, ghostly whispers, cries for help, and the sight of shadowy figures along the shore. The restless spirits of sailors who perished here are believed to rise from the depths, their spirits forever lost, calling out across the frozen lake. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to subscribe, like, and share. 8. St. Joseph's Industrial School, Letterfrack, County Galway. St. Joseph's Industrial School was a place where children were subjected to cruel treatment and neglect. The school's haunted past is now embodied by the spirits of the young boys who suffered within its walls. On Christmas, when the winds howl through the decaying structure, the sounds of children's cries fill the air. Some claim to see the ghosts of these young boys, their faces hollow with sadness, wandering the halls in search of something they never found: peace. Others report feeling an overwhelming sadness as they pass by, as though the spirits are trying to communicate their untold stories. 9. Dunquin Village, County, Kerry. Dunquin, nestled on the Dingle Peninsula, is known for its tragic maritime history, where countless sailors lost their lives to the unforgiving Atlantic. On Christmas Eve, the cold winds that sweep across the cliffs seem to carry with them the cries of these lost souls. Local legends speak of ghostly sailors seen on the cliffs, their eyes locked on the horizon, waiting for a ship that will never return. The eerie silence of Dunquin at night, broken only by the sound of waves crashing below, is enough to make anyone feel the presence of the long-dead sailors still roaming the village. 10. Dunsink Observatory, County Dublin. Dunsink Observatory, a place of scientific discovery, also has a dark side. The spirits of past astronomers, still obsessed with the mysteries of the universe, are said to haunt the observatory grounds. On Christmas night, when the air is cold and clear, the observatory's eerie atmosphere becomes even more unsettling. The sound of footsteps on the stone floors can be heard in the dead of night, and strange lights flicker in the distance. Some claim to have seen ghostly figures standing at the telescope, still trying to peer into the cosmos, even after death. The boundary between science and the supernatural seems to blur on these haunted nights. 11. Burren National Park, County Clare. Burren National Park, with its stark, limestone landscape and ancient burial sites, is a place where the spirits of the past seem to linger. The park's remote beauty hides a dark secret. It is believed that the souls of ancient warriors still walk its paths. On cold, foggy Christmas mornings, travelers claim to feel as though they are being watched by unseen eyes. Locals speak of strange whispers carried on the wind, and many say that the spirits of long-dead Celts remain in the park, forever guarding their sacred land. 12. Inishbofin Island, County, Galway. Inishbofin Island, isolated and rugged, is surrounded by dangerous waters. The island's history is steeped in shipwrecks, and the spirits of sailors who died in these wrecks are said to haunt the shores. On foggy Christmas nights, ghostly figures have been spotted walking along the beaches, their forms barely visible in the mist. These spirits, victims of the sea's rage, are said to wander the island, forever searching for a way back to the lives they left behind. 13. Loop Head Lighthouse, County. Clare. Loop Head Lighthouse, perched on the edge of Ireland's wild Atlantic coast, is a symbol of safety, but also of tragedy. The lighthouse has witnessed countless shipwrecks, and the ghosts of lost sailors are said to haunt its grounds. On Christmas, when the winds howl and the waves crash violently against the rocks, the spirits of these sailors are said to appear. Their ghostly figures seen along the cliffs or gazing out at the sea never rest. The lighthouse itself is said to be haunted by their cries, echoing over the cold waves. 14. RMS Leinster, off the Irish coast. The RMS Leinster, a passenger ship sunk during World War II, claimed the lives of hundreds of innocent passengers. The tragedy left behind the spirits of those lost at sea. On cold Christmas nights, when the sea is eerily still, the faint outline of the ship can be seen rising from the waves, and the mournful cries of the lost souls can be heard on the wind. A ghostly reminder of a tragedy that still lingers in the depths. 15. Tullaghoge Fort, County, Tyrone. Tullaghoge Fort, an ancient royal site, was once the seat of the O'Neills, one of Ireland's most powerful families. After centuries of violence, betrayal, and bloodshed, the fort is said to be haunted by the spirits of the O'Neill clan. On Christmas Eve, the fort's stone walls seem to whisper with the voices of the dead. The spirits of fallen kings and warriors are said to walk the grounds, forever guarding the sacred site. If you visit on a cold winter night, you might just feel the cold breath of a ghostly king watching over you. Which spirit haunts these places? Let us know in the comments. Subscribe and hit the bell for new videos.